Hello, my lovely Wolfpack, and welcome to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I can't wait to get started. But before we do, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Join the pack today. All right, guys, so today we got this news article from CNN. Far-right leader Marine Le Pen banned from 2027 presidential race, throwing French politics into disarray. There's some pretty wild stuff going on right now in the old EU. I haven't been really paying attention much to world news lately, so I decided to pick this one up real quick, this story. But we'll read this article here. I love how they started off right away. French far-right figurehead Marine Le Pen has been banned from running for running for political office for 5 years after being found guilty of embezzling European Union funds in a politically explosive ruling that has shattered her hopes of winning the presidency in 2027. A Paris court has handed Le Pen, who was the front-runner for the next election, a 4-year prison sentence with 2 years suspended to be served under house arrest, and 100,000, I think that's euros, fine. Le Pen will file an appeal, her lawyer said. Her party National Rally was ordered to pay 2 million euro in fines for the 4.1 million euro that it was accused of embezzling. The court's presiding judge, Benedict de Perthuis. Yeah, I don't know. Forgive me, guys. I can't pronounce foreign names. Anybody that's watched the show knows that. Said Le Pen's actions amounted to a serious and lasting attack on the rules of democratic life in Europe, but especially in France. She said Le Pen's immediate ban on standing for office was tied to democratic public unrest that would result from the election of a person convicted of embezzlement. Le Pen slammed the ruling as a purely political decision during an appearance on French TV station TF1 on Monday evening. Le Pen stressed that the rule of law was completely violated through the ruling, saying that her right to an effective recourse under the European Convention of Human Rights has been denied. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Monday that Le Pen's conviction was a very big deal. She was banned from running for 5 years, and she's the leading candidate that sounds like this country, he told reporters in the Oval Office. The decision also looks set to spark further unrest. Jordan Bardella, Le Pen's protege, who succeeded her as National Rally's president, launched a petition to drum up support for Bardella. Called on members of the French public to sign the petition and show through popular and peaceful mobilization that the will of the people is stronger. He also suggested that it was not only Le Pen who was being unjustly condemned, it was French democracy that was being executed. Marion Michel, Le Pen's niece and a member of the European Parliament for a rival far-right party, said her aunt had led our side on the path to victory. This is her only guilt, and that is why she is condemned. Calm and composed as she entered the court on Monday, greeting supporters, Le Pen grew increasingly agitated, shaking her head as the court president spent more than an hour detailing the embezzlement scheme. The question therefore arises in a singular way in this criminal case, which makes its decision in the name of the French people. The court must not ignore the requirement to seek a social consensus, the presiding judge said. We'll scroll down. De Perthius said her fellow judges had weighed the two risks in their sentencing: the risk of a person convicted for embezzlement being elected for political office, and the major risk to public order if a likely presidential candidate was banned from running. Le Pen left the courthouse as she was invited by court officials to hear her full sentencing, then refused to answer questions from journalists as she arrived at her party's headquarters in Paris. Le Pen told TF1 that she left the courtroom before the judgment was read out because she realized the president of the court was in the process of handing down a political decision. Yeah. Le Pen, her National Rally Party, and more than 20 of its members were convicted of using European Parliament money to pay staff who were, in fact, working for National Rally in France. 9 members of the European Parliament, including Le Pen and 12 assistants, were found guilty. The court ruled that Le Pen had used 4 party employees as parliamentary assistants, yeah, I think I'm saying that right, assistants, including her personal assistant and her bodyguard, misusing I can't talk today at all, misusing European Union funds for her own political party. European Union, say that. Apparently I can't say that. Say that 10 times really fast. Le Pen and her colleagues embezzled more than 4 million euro over more than 11 years, the court ruled. The decision was scoopered. Where do these people get their words of goddamn thesaurus? Scoopered. Scooper? I think that's how you say it. I need to go back to 3rd grade, guys. Scoopered Le Pen's ambitions to win the Elysee Palace at her 4th attempt in 2027. When President, what are you doing, babe? She decided to get in the frame for a minute. When President Emmanuel Macron will be unable to seek a 3rd consecutive term, Le Pen had branded the case against her a witch hunt, mirroring language that U.S. President Donald Trump used against legal proceedings that targeted him. Her right-wing European allies also quickly rallied to her defense after the decision. Jesus Marie, I cannot pronounce foreign names to save my life. Jesus Marine Viktor Orban, Hungary's prime minister and a champion of socially conservative politics in Europe, posted on X following the conviction with Italian far-right leader and Matteo Salvini slamming the decision. Jesus Christ, your host cannot pronounce any of this. Yeah, the Trump administration also rallied against perceived attacks on far-right politicians in Europe, including a court decision to rerun the Romanian presidential election, which saw a surprise win by a far-right candidate. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I don't know. It's interesting. It sounds suspiciously familiar. Like, my friends, let me tell you why I think this is so interesting, because these things definitely like got me thinking and reminding me of exactly what Democrats were trying to do here in the United States with Trump. I mean, Marine Le Pen was the front runner in this election, just like Trump was in our last election here. I think the only reason this didn't happen here is because we have a constitution and they have a parliamentary system, in which, I don't know, it seems to me to be more dictatorial. I don't like the way parliamentary systems work. I don't know why Western countries have been using that system. It's like, just make yourself a constitutional republic, bro. It's so much better. It prevents crazy shit like this happening, and I think that's why. I mean, it's looking a lot like America is going to be like the only populist nationalist country left on the board if things keep heading down this road. But also, I guess the difference is the U.S. is way bigger in not only like square feet, but also or square mile, but also like in population. So I guess that makes a difference in how things are kind of ran because in the EU, each country is like a state here. So the presidents of each country are more like governors of a state than actual like presidents of countries. But I digress. Let me take you guys through the looking glass here. Is it just me, or does there kind of seem to be a sort of playbook that's being implemented internationally? Because we have the same things like this isn't new in the EU. Are It's not new in a lot of Western countries because we also have the right leaning politician Kalin Georgescu, I believe that he was banned in Romania for running for office in Romania, even though he, I believe, was also a front runner. But and then also we got the former president Jair Bolsonaro, uh, who they decided just the same as Trump, giving they decided to criminally charge him for trying to overturn an election, kind of like it's really similar to what happened with Trump in the 2020 election. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know who these people. I don't know, man. I don't know who these people are that are coming up with this playbook, but there does seem to be some sort of playbook because anytime a populist nationalist politician uh, enters like in a race for office to lead their countries, it seems like the first move immediately by anybody on the opposite side is to immediately start charging them with all these crazy criminal charges that seemingly come out of nowhere, like just because they're winning. I mean, they did the same thing with Trump. And it seems like in the EU anyway that it's a playbook that works pretty well, I guess. Like I said, with Romania and Brazil and France now, and it's all similar. It's like almost the exact same things happening, like to a T. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know who these people are coming up with this kind of game plan that they're doing, but it feels evil. It feels almost like the spirit of the Antichrist is floating around, influencing things, like inching us closer and closer to like a one world government. Like you got your WHO, WEF globalist types that are inching us closer to this one world government, and I don't know, man. I think we're in dangerous times, and America seems to be the only one like standing strong, and even that's not exactly going as planned with the judicial branch of our government basically trying to say that they have like the equal powers to the president, and it makes absolutely no sense. Trump being like his agenda that he was given by the people, like they're literally sitting here stopping a duly elected president from implementing things that the voters want him to do, and then calling it democracy. Like, no, dude, that's not how that works. But I guess thankfully, at least we have a constitution here that protected Trump from falling prey to these same tactics that they're using over in the EU. But that's all the time we got today, guys. I just kind of wanted to do a short little video today, but I've been busy. But yeah, thanks for joining us. You can follow us on X and Facebook and Rumble, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to us here on YouTube. We really would appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time. Peace.